to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. AcceleratorRadio.net. Straight out the trunk underscore follow us. Big money, big opportunity. Big money, big money. Straight out the trunk. Hey. All that. Support the homies. Hey, it's your boy Bankhead. This is Straight Out the Trunk, Pop the Trunk episode. You feel me? Another one. Subscribe. Episode 4. Yes. I got Name Passion. That guy Monty. Feel me? I got HomeGrown's Radio. Real 923's own DJ Head in the motherfucking house. You feel me? And I got my boy DJ Head. DJ Head. Hey, y'all hear him on Real 923 with Big Boy in the mornings. Also at nights. What days?
Fridays and
Saturdays. Feel me? Go check him out. 7 to 12?
No. It's different time.
Different time?
Yeah.
Just check him out Fridays and Saturday. Check him out, you feel me? Check out Real 923 all the time, you feel me? But we here, homegrown. Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Hey, but this is a whole floor, man. Like, how did this start? Like, how did the homegrown start?
We just got tired of Power 106 not playing LA music. So, that's not fair to say, okay? We basically created a platform for us. Like, we wanted everybody to have a platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the new artists from, like, the TDE and the Todd Allisons, and this is like right around like after the New Boy shit. So like everybody was like, it's nowhere to take our music. You know what I mean? Like it's nowhere for us to be heard. So it was like,
you saying West Coast rap? Is that
that's pretty much all I care about.
So you listen to West Coast?
That's not all I listen to, but I feel like you have a duty when you're in a certain position. So if nobody else wants the position, that's cool. I'll take it. That's how I feel. So we created HomeGrown Radio in Chuck's bedroom. We got the domain. Our website looked like shit. And we started broadcasting live out of his bedroom. And we had like Problem come through and Bad Luck and every Kendrick and
before they were.
Yeah, this is 7 years ago.
Okay.
So they started just pulling up and we started going live and we had like 10 people listening to us or watching us, whatever. We used to open our laptop. We used to open the computer up and use the camera on there and just turn the laptop like that.
Damn.
Wow.
So that's how we used to do the interviews, and we would do that, and we just built it from there. Like started off in his bedroom and just kind of built it up from there.
Why did you guys name it HomeGrown? I mean, it sounds self-explanatory, but
it's really something that Chuck started at Long Beach State as far as like keeping it rooted in what we're supposed to be doing as personalities, as DJs. Me and Chuck both, it don't really get too much more LA than us.
Right.
I mean, you got Big Boy, that's different. But when it come to after his generation to our shit, it's more like I just don't really care for any other. I mean, I care about other
music. Where the heart is.
Yeah. So for me, I grew up listening to Big Boy. I grew up listening to Julio G. I grew up listening to like The Beat. I grew up listening to Power 106. So I used to idolize these people. Like, damn, you get to talk to the whole city at one time. Like that's what I wanted to do. I never got into radio to do TV. I never got into radio to be famous. I didn't get into radio so I could so I can make money. Like I got into radio because I wanted to be in radio.
Yeah.
And you were born and raised in Carson, California,
I'm from Carson. I'm born and raised in LA. I'm really just from the east side. If you just want to if you want to just not be technical, like my whole family's in Compton and Linwood. So my grandma, I grew up in Linwood a lot. I spent a lot of my time in Linwood. Right there off Imperial by the marketplace, right around the back. And then over there in Compton, my cousin, I used to be in his house during the summers. And then I spend the majority of my time in Carson.
How did you meet? His name's Chuck.
Chuck Dizzle.
Yeah.
We met because one of our homies hooked us up. Recipes to Jay Smarts. He was like, I was doing radio at Cerritos College with Mondo. Shout out to my dude Mondo. We were doing radio at Cerritos College, learning how to do. You take radio broadcasting classes. So we was doing that, and then Chuck was doing radio at Long Beach State, and then my guy Smarts was like, hey, y'all kind of do the same thing. Y'all kind of stand for the same thing. Y'all should link up. And we just linked up, and we just been rocking ever since.
Was the chemistry right off
Yeah,
the
the
bat?
first day. Because he was like, hey, I'm going to set up at the crib, and we just going to get on the internet and go live. And just play West Coast music.
Was you a personality then?
I was what's funny is I was a personality before, like, I was a DJ. I didn't even learn how to DJ until way later.
Yeah.
Really?
What made you want to learn how to DJ? Just
Made me learn how to DJ because I'm a nerd. I like to tinker with shit. So, like, same reason I learned how to produce and learn how to skateboard. I just like to tinker with shit until I figure it out. So, and another thing is, I used to just be an MC in the club. Like, I'd be a host.
oh, that's okay.
So I would be on the mic and I would be hosting all the clubs in Hollywood or whatever. And then, like, I would get the crowd hype, and then the DJ would fuck the crowd up with with doing whatever they was doing.
You're killing
So,
me, bro.
yeah, they would just be killing the shit. So I was just like, all right, just watch out. Let me figure out how to do this. And I'll just do it myself.
So when you had HomeGrown, what was like one of the first? I know you said that you guys started way back then, so they don't have the same buzz. But which one was one of the first major artists that you guys had come through to HomeGrown when you started?
Well,
Or what was like the first like big look for you?
it wasn't really it was really a slow burn. Like, it wasn't a big look because all of our friends, like, we all came up together. If you talk to Mustard, if you talk to Ty, if you talk to Casey,
yeah.
if you talk to all of these people, I've known them forever. Like, before all of this, you know what I mean? K-Dot, J-Rock, Glasses, Joe Mo. I did Joe Moses' mixtape when he first came home from the federal penitentiary.
Damn.
It's called No Vaseline. That's the project that Go Bitch was on. That was his first big song.
I remember that.
And, like, so it was just a lot of that shit. Love Rants and all them dudes from the Bay, Talk to Sue, whoever you want to talk to. So everybody it was like we all was just like, the mainstream wasn't really fucking with us. I couldn't get on the radio. Chuck couldn't get on the radio. They couldn't get on the radio as artists.
Yeah, you couldn't get plays. Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really no opportunities. So we just created our own.
And all of those people you were around, like in the beginning stages, did you see them reaching the stature?
Oh yeah, we used to talk about it. I went to the Key to the City thing that they did for K-Dot.
Yeah.
And I DJ'd the thing. I DJ'd there. And after it was over, me and I keep saying Kendrick. Yeah, people.
Lamar.
I was like this
K-Dot before anything.
Yeah.
So we were just in we was like literally in Asia. Shout out to Asia Brown. We was in her office. She's the mayor of Compton, right. So we were in her office, like at City Hall, sitting on her desk after they presented with the Key to the City and shit, and we were just like, and I was like, bro, this shit is crazy. And he was like, hey, this shit is crazy. Like, he couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, we trip out too. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, what the fuck is going on?
It was finally happening for y'all.
Yeah, so like,
how long into it do you think, how many years do you think it took for you to realize, like, okay, this is going up?
For HomeGrown or for the artists that I know?
HomeGrown.
For HomeGrown, it's been, I think we have more respect than notoriety. If you go, you can pretty much go anywhere in the city and ask them about this place, and then anybody will tell you.
Right.
Of any up and coming artist, any artist that's on, whoever. If you say DJ Ed or HomeGrown Radio or whatever you want to say, they'll tell you something about this. So it's kind of weird to gauge it in as far as like accolades. You know what I mean? Like, because we don't get a lot of accolades. You don't get a lot of blogs posting about what we do or whatever, but the people know what we do.
The people know, because that's what you're serving. The people know.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Right. You recently posted, you said that you've been in the studio with Casey. I saw you.
Oh yeah.
That was actually
that was because, okay, so I just posted something on my, I think on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. I did it, and it was because I had just had a conversation, and like I was in the studio with Nipsey last night till like 2:30 in the morning. I work on the morning show, okay.
Yeah.
So like I left the studio at 2:30, went home, slept for 2 hours, and then took a shower, went straight back to the station.
Grind don't stop. Grind
So,
don't stop.
but the conversations me and him have, the conversations me and Glasses have had, me and the conversation, like I had a conversation. I was with Ty and Casey in the same day. Like I went to Ty first, then I went with Casey, then I went and pulled up on Nip, and the conversations that we have is like they appreciate what I'm trying to do.
Right.
So the post that everybody's like, that's what I was dealing with right now. The post that everybody's tripping off of right now is not me being like I have a saying that I always use, right? Is I always say this to everybody, and I say I'm not anti anybody. Like I'm just pro us.
Okay.
I care about us first.
Right.
That's cool. We can do whatever you want to do. We can go to Houston, Atlanta. We can do all that. We can dab and all that shit. But I care about this first. So that's just how I feel. So,
when you say this, are you saying when you just mentioned
I care about
West Coast, LA?
I care about us first.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Inglewood, Carson.
Where are you from?
Yeah.
Pacoima, LA.
Where are you
Los
from?
Angeles.
South Central.
Where are you from?
Pacoima.
That's what I'm saying. That I care about that more than I care about the new whatever dance craze out of somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I care about it. I think it matters. So when that post, it was more like I've been in the studio with this person. I'm just excited that we because it was the West Coast, not even the West Coast, because that takes away from Dago, that takes away from the Bay, that takes away from Nevada, Arizona, Seattle, Oregon. You know what I mean? Everybody. I just speak for LA. LA has been so like counted out. It's like, oh, fuck the niggas. Cause I be in these buildings and I be in these meetings and I be talking to people and it's just like, well, like I actually had a girl tell me, and I wanted to put hands on her, but I know that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But she was just like, cause she came out here to be a media personality.
Okay.
And we were having a conversation about Los Angeles music, the music in Los Angeles, and she was just like, well, you know, LA music is just not popping, like just whatever, fuck it. And I was just like, and I'm just like, okay, I understand your perspective. Yeah. We're not charting, we're not doing this, we're not making national songs, whatever. But why the fuck are you here then?
Right.
If this shit ain't popping and you are coming here to be in this scene, what the fuck did you come out here for? You just came out here to rape and pillage and get your bag and get the fuck out of here. I'm not with that. That stops today.
So what's your ultimate advice? Like Casey was actually listening to him about how he should portray his album or how he should set shit up and what should be in there, what shouldn't. Like
I produce much like how what Nip told me that I produce how Dre produced. Glasses actually told me that before too. He said
that's an honor.
He said you are a lot like Dre in the sense where you just in there and you direct traffic. And it's like, no, don't do that, do this. But another thing comes from the experience, and I have a lot of information. And I think that where we went wrong out here is a lot of people who came before us, before you, before me, before you, the people who had these platforms and had these shows and had these radio shows and broadcast platforms. They didn't teach. Have you ever been taught anything from anybody that's been in the game?
No.
Have you?
No, I've been learning myself.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I do what I do. Nobody taught me shit. Nobody did. Nobody came. Nobody pulled up to Cerritos College and was like, "Hey, I see what you're trying to do. This is how you're supposed to do it."
Yeah.
Nobody did that. So because nobody did that for me, I'm not just going, because my dad wasn't around, I'm not going to be like, well, fuck it, I'm not going to be a dad. Like, that's not cool. So who going to break the cycle?
So with that being said, have you ever thought about, like, teaching young people how to DJ or starting, like, a DJ school?
I don't think, no. In real life, I love to DJ. But DJing is not my primary, like, it's not the focal point of what I do. Like, I do hella shit. I learned how to produce music. I learned how to, like, it's not, I don't look at, DJing to me is a vehicle. I was just at a school earlier in my city, in Carson. So, I was at Carson High School. And so, I get to talk to hundreds of kids because they like the songs I play. So, DJing is a vehicle for me. Oh, you think music is